back to another video. The latest Wings of Fire book of the Hybrid Prince introduced us to so many new things and lots of dragons like nothing we've ever gotten before. With this surge in additions came what is undoubtedly the most future-setting and interesting of them all. We got a preview of a new power in WoF. Mulberry is someone special, and you can tell that from the moment he first steps onto the page. What is this new ability, and how might it just change the series as we know it? I'll be talking about all of this and more in today's video. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. 795, Thistle, Nuke, Pyro, Nuke, Avril, Pancake, Escarada, Adequin, Alice Cleaver, Moonclaw, Isaac, Mindreading, Pantala Resident, Horizon the Furwing, Crystal, Pantala Dragon, TurtleTheSeawing, Wolfyez, Misty, and Newt Spring. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to our social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. This video does contain spoilers for book 16, so you have been warned, fanlings. Okay, let's talk about it. Mulberry has powers. On his very first page, we already see these in action, and they are weird, but also totally cool and game-changing. Okay, let's rewind and refresh. Mulberry is a tribrid, and the first character we get in the series that is like this. He is a sky leaf knight with ancestry from 3 different kingdoms. His mother, Beryl, is a skywing, and his father, Snakeroot, is a leaf knight hybrid who didn't even know about his parents' secret. This nightwing tie gave Snakeroot a form of prophecy. But he's still half leafwing, which ended up influencing Mulberry's DNA. And well, as the Hybrid Prince showed us, when you mix tribes, some crazy things can happen. In the past books, hybrids usually got stuck with the short end of the stick. For example, Sunny has no tail barb and no additional abilities to compensate for that. But here, it gets pretty wild. Mulberry has Dragonspeak. It's like a fusion of leafspeak and the Nightwing's lesser-known empath powers. Some leafwings are hatched with the possibility to manipulate plants. They can talk to them, convince them to grow, shrink, flower, or do anything they'd like. Leafspeak can be stronger in some individuals than others, despite practice still helping. Sundew has it. Leafspeak is so important that lots of these jungle dragons held arranged marriages in the Poisonwing sect of the tribe to create generations with a higher chance of powerful leafspeak. The Nightwings are known for their abilities, which can be obtained at birth by hatching under the moons. Open your eyes to 1 full moon, and you'll get either mind reading or prophecy. 2 gives both. And if you exit your egg beneath 3, these 2 powers are going to be extremely powerful. So, what am I saying about a 3rd skill? Well, to put it simply, Fatespeaker is an empath. She has the gift of emotion sensing, which is why she was always so confused about having visions and swore there was something different about her. It's a weak version of mind reading that can only skim the surface of feelings. But what is Dragonspeak, and how is it connected to the 2? When hybrid powers meet, things can get really turned around apparently. But for the Prince of the Forgotten Isle, it gave him a power we've never seen before on the continents. He can not only sense the feelings of others, but also control those emotions. Therefore, he has a huge effect on actions and other behavior. He can even calm others down enough, so much so that they go to sleep. And despite the name, this doesn't just work on dragons. Mulberry confidently got a Kraken to leave Umbransor alone by making contact with it, and using this power. It even allows him to communicate with dragons or other animals he isn't close to. It reminds me a lot of Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I wonder if Tui got any inspiration from that. Now, this ability could just be a mixed-around version of leafspeak. I wouldn't be surprised. But with its similarities to that weak mind reading that ends up making Fatespeaker an empath, it'd be a great way to tie all of this to Mulberry's relatives and bloodline from that side. We don't see a lot of Dragonspeak in the novel, but it is huge. Mulberry might just be one of the most OP non-anime in WoF if he can use these gifts right. I mean, think about it. With emotion controlling, you can turn anybody furious, depressed, terrified, or confident. This ripples into what they're going to do. He can make some big suggestions that have insane impacts. I can't wait to see Dragonspeak explored further. I'd imagine some characters are going to be a bit harder to have this work on. The less in tune they are with their own feelings, the more difficult it's going to be to wiggle them into another, or vice versa. It could cause physical or mental strain on the ex-prince, or maybe even make those emotions or thoughts start to seep into him, like the dangers of animus magic lapping right at the shores of his own mind. Control too much or too big of negative feelings, and all those burdens start piling onto you, one at a time, until they become overwhelming or even breaking. It'd make Mulberry wrestle with these powers, and not just have them as a key to many problems. Will it make Mulberry less honest with others and ultimately himself as he battles the weight of managing issues not even his? If we get this dragon as a POV, I couldn't imagine a better internal struggle. But where is this going to take us? And why do I think Tui even added into the series at all? Surely setting something this big up at the very beginning of an arc means it's going to matter really soon. Could Dragonspeak be the key to not only stopping whatever this shadowy villain with magic is, or is it actually going to help our heroes in another, deeper way? Time will tell, but I'm really liking where this is going. What other powers should be part of it, and where should Dragonspeak draw its line? I'm not hearing anybody talk about this, but all of what I discuss here today opens the door for even more abilities tied to certain hybrid or tribid combos. What types of powers should there be for fusion dragons? Let me know down below. And be sure to check out my art fight profile, linked in the description. I'm Team Mystery, and I'm so excited to be attacking loads of you this summer. My OCs come in all different species, from dragons to humans, canines, felines, birds, moths, and much more. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.